Hello student, I am Professor Awais Ahmed Hussaini, working as Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department at Sharad Institute of Technology, College of Engineering, Yadra. So students, in last video we discussed the construction and working of single stage reciprocating air compressor as well as two stage reciprocating air compressors along with their PV diagram. Also we discussed some important formulae related with the efficiencies of the compressors along with the classification of the compressors and applications of the compressed air in variety of the applications. Now we will discuss rotary air compressor. So there are so many types of the compressor which is come under rotary compressor, like lobe type compressor, then piston type compressor, then vent type compressor, screw type compressors are there, and those are the most important compressor mostly used in the industrial application where the discharge is more. So let's start with the difference of the compressor between that reciprocating as well as rotary compressor. So this is the main first difference between reciprocating air compressor and rotary air compressor. Mostly generally that reciprocating air compressor are generally preferred for high pressure application, where that rotary compressor are mostly preferred for maximum discharge condition. So the first difference, we'll get the idea about the high pressure application range. The maximum delivery pressure in case of the reciprocating air compressor may be as high as 1000 bar, but in case of the rotary air compressor, the maximum delivery pressure may be lower as 10 bar. So here you will get idea about for high pressure application we prefer reciprocating air compressor rather than rotary air compressor. But when we talk about the discharge, the maximum free air discharge is about 300 meter cube per minute in case of the reciprocating air compressor. But in case of the rotary air compressor, the maximum free air discharge is about 3000 meter cube per minute. So that rotary air compressor are used for high discharge application. They are, in case of the reciprocating air compressor, they are suitable for low discharge at high pressure, whereas in case of the rotary air compressor, they are suitable for the high discharge at low pressure application. In case of the reciprocating air compressor, the speed is low, but in case of the rotary air compressor, the speed is very high. So this is the main difference between reciprocating and rotary air compressor. Next is that the air supply is intermittent. So there is no any kind of the continuous air supply is there in case of the reciprocating air compressor, because the movement of the piston is continuously TDC to BDC. So the air supply is not continuous, but in case of the rotary there is no any kind of the pistons are used. So that's why the air supply is continuous. As far as balancing point of view, the balancing is a major problem in case of the reciprocating compressor, because there are so many rotating parts in case of the reciprocating air compressor, but balancing is very negligible in case of the rotary air compressor, because very less number of the moving parts are used. The lubrication system is complicated in case of the reciprocating air compressor, but the lubricating system is very simple in case of the rotary air compressor. The air delivered is less clean because it get contaminated or it come in contact with the lubricating oil, but mostly in case of the rotary air compressor, the air delivered is cleaner. So these are the main difference between reciprocating and rotary air compressor. So let us start with the what is exactly that rotary compressor. So whenever the large quantity of the air are required at a relatively low pressure, then rotary compressor are mostly used in case of the variety of the applications. In case of the rotary compressors, are the machines develop pressure and have a rotor as their primary element rather than the piston sliding mechanism of that reciprocating compressor. So the meaning of this particular sentence is that in case of the reciprocating air compressor, generally we prefer that piston arrangement, and piston is continuously moves from the TDC to BDC or from the BDC to TDC during suction as well as compression and delivery stroke. But it never be happens such kind of the action in case of the rotary air compressor. In rotary air compressor, the rotor is there and in that there is one male rotor and another one is a female rotor. Okay, with the help of that rotor, the continuously pressure will generate and tremendous amount of the discharge is moves out, and that rotary air compressor are generally preferred for low pressure and high discharge application where it is needed. There are two types of the rotary compressors are there. One is that positive displacement compressor and another one is a non-positive displacement compressor. So let us start with the first, that is a root blower compressor. So this is the most important rotary compressor. Root blower compressor is there. Sometimes it is called as lobe type compressor. So student, here you will get idea about the different roots. In this particular diagram there are two lobes, lobe 1, lobe 2, similar way another lobe 1, another lobe 2, but here in this figure you will get idea about three lobes, lobe 1, lobe 2, lobe 3. So that lobe is nothing but that root is nothing but the blades, so you can say it as a rotor. Okay, so in case of the root blower or in case of the lobe type rotary compressor, minimum two blades, that is two roots or that particular lobes are used, but maximum three, up to three lobes or roots we can use for satisfactory operation of that rotary compressor, but not more than three. Okay, so this is the main components root of the particular rotary compressor. So how it works, this is the most important. So here you will get idea about two different lobes which are continuously mesh with each other. So out of them, one is that particular driver and another one is driven. So this is the most important thing, and driver is continuously connected with the motor supply. So here you will get idea about inside view. So external gear drive is there, so it rotate the driver gear, and when driver blade is continuously rotate, the driven that particular lobe or blade is continuously rotates along with it. So you will get idea about here. So suppose this particular is male kind of the rotor and this is a female kind of the rotor, or you can say it as that driver rotor and this is the driven rotor. So first driver rotates because of the motor and because of the drive, and driven is rotated along with it. So this is the main type of the working of or construction of the lobe type or that particular root blower compressor. Okay, so the interesting fact is that these two lobes are continuously situated or fitted in the casing. So this is the casing area, airtight casing is there, very less clearance is there. Okay, and air is trapped in the pockets. So these are the pockets, so these are the pockets. So through that pockets the air is trapped and high pressure air or high Q amount of high discharge air is moves out continuously. Okay, so this is a root blower compressor. As far as that working is to be concerned, when the driver rotor or when the driver root blower blade is connected to the external drive, they start rotating continuously. Okay, and with the help of that, the driven is also rotate with the same speed but in opposite direction. Suppose the driver is rotate at a clockwise direction, then driven definitely it rotate in anti-clockwise direction, but the speed of the two lobes or the two roots or the two blades must be same. So this is the main speciality, and they are rotate inside the casing, and the casing protect them, and casing are mostly used to protect them, and it will create the high amount of the discharge as well. So here when the driver rotates at a high speed, the driven that driven blade is also rotated with the high speed, and with the same speed but in opposite direction, it creates a suction on the suction line. So this is a suction line where air is enters and it traps in this particular area. So this is the area, this is the pocket where air is trapped, and so this is the area where air is trapped, this is the area where air is trapped. So here you will get idea. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. These are the pockets where air is trapped and the blades exert a force on that air, and finally high pressure air moves out from that delivery line. So this is the main construction and working. I repeat once again, when driver blade rotate, the driven blade is also rotate along with it. So it creates a suction on the inlet portion and air is continuously sucked inside, and the air is trapped in between that roots and casing, and very less clearance is maintained in the casing and the blade, and tremendous amount of because of the speed the suction takes place, and high pressurized air generate at the end, and it moves out continuously throughout that discharge side. So this is the construction and working of the root blower rotary compressor. So here you will get idea about the working, how it works. In PV diagram you get idea about there is one suction stroke, compression stroke and delivery stroke. So that 4 to 1 is nothing but that suction is there, then 1 to 2 is nothing but the compression, and 2 to 3 is nothing but the discharge. So this is the working animation of the root blower type compressor, rotary compressor, mostly used in the variety of the applications where the requirement of the pressure is less and discharge is more. Similar way, the next important rotary compressor is that vane blower compressor. Okay, so this is the vane blower compressor. So these are the some important parts of the vane blower compressor. Most important is casing is there, then rotor is there, and that rotor is eccentric. Here you will get idea about the axis is offset. Okay, so eccentric rotor are used, and that rotor are having slots. So these are the slots: slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, slot 4, slot 5, slot 6, slot 7, slot 8. Okay, so these are the slot, and in that slot the spring loaded valves are there. Spring arrangement is there for compression and discharge expansion application. The slots are provided. In that slots the spring are loaded, springs are mounted for compression and discharge purpose. Okay, and next part is that suction line, and next is that discharge line. So how it works, this is interested question. So again, that particular rotor is connected to the motor. Okay, so when motor start, okay, then that rotor continuously rotate at a high speed, and continuously it rotate inside the casing, and it rotate in the direction like that, clockwise or anti-clockwise. So at that time it exert a suction in the suction line. Because of the vacuum creation, the suction takes place and air is trapped, and air come in contact with the pockets. So these are the pockets in between the vanes where air get trapped, and because of the high speed of the blades or that rotor, it exert a force on that air, and finally high pressurized, high discharge air is moves out from this particular area. Okay, and here you will get idea about that rotor is continuously rotate through that particular inside section of the casing, and the rotor is eccentric. So here you will get idea. So this is a eccentric rotor continuously. These are the some pockets. So these are the eccentric rotor. These are the pockets where air is trapped. So these are the area where air is trapped. So this is the area where air is trapped, and the rotor is eccentric. See once again, air is trapped in between the rotor and casing. Okay, and finally high pressurized air is moves out. It is shown by the red portion. Blue portion indicates the low pressurized atmospheric air in, and red portion indicates the high pressure air moves out. Here you will get idea. See the eccentric blade or eccentric rotor again. These are the slot where the spring loaded vanes are there for compression and a expansion of that particular spring loaded vents. So students, this is all about rotary compressor. Our next video will be on remaining rotary compressor, like that particular gear type or screw type compressor, as well as piston type of the compressor we will discuss. And after that we will start that dynamic type of the compressor, like axial compressor as well as that centrifugal air compressor. Thanks.